it can be almost mind-numbing. Many car run-em-downs, mass shootings, train crashes, and more. Oh my. In this day and age, it seems like it can almost be confusing to see where the world is headed. We're at a point now where what we thought our past was is starting to seem not so true. Our history has been so askew, we don't know who we really are, do we? And, many people talk about different forms of anarchism and different forms of government and different paths that we should choose. But can we even make a good assumption of what's best for us when we don't even know who we are? We have ancient aliens. We have Darwin. We have religion. We have so many different things. Yet, not enough evidence to really back up any of it. Everything seems to have been a lie up until now, and it continues to be a lie, so I guess it's an ongoing thing, isn't it? I would like to see somehow a change to the bullshit, to the lying, to the deception. Because we cannot figure out what we should become or even who we were until that deception ends. Which means we need to go after the deceivers, not the deception itself that they are selling to the people. I wanted to get into the train crash a little bit, but we know it's a false flag. Wanted to get into this, down in Melbourne, they had a little SUV run them down. I'll tell you what, these truck and car run them down things, these are like the stupidest false flags ever. They really are. They're dumb. I think now there's a lot of people out there that really don't even have to dig much to see right away that they're false flags. You can notice there's some key elements, and it's like something in your brain clicks. I see it. So, is it so important to get into every detail of it? I'm not so sure, unless we're going to be willing to actually go after these people. So, what I'd like to see for 2018 is more effort to go after these deceivers, to go after these people involved in these things. Because the event itself is not as important as taking down the people that are doing them. It's something that needs to be done for us to mature into a better society. We need to settle things down so we can start really investigating who we are, what our true past history is. There's been so much that's been lied about. And it is almost virtually impossible for us to do until we stop the ongoing deception that is occurring. Can we make 2018 a positive year? Yes, we can. All we have to do is take some steps to prevent any more deception and put a hold on that deception so we can settle things down and get the right people in places so they can figure out what our true history is. So we can grasp what would work best for us in our future. Till we really know who we are as people, how do we know what's best for us in the future? We all like to take a guess, and that's fine, and I believe everybody should have their belief. If they believe they want to have a certain type of government, or if they believe they want anarchy, or if they believe they want whatever, that's actually something I believe that anybody should have. So I don't think it should be forced that they need to stop believing something before we figure out who we are. That would be taking away somebody's beliefs. But I think for many of us that are awake out there, I think it's important for us to really know what's true and what's not. And we've had so much deception. We need to put a grasp on that deception. Make sure that those people are punished for deceiving, so we can figure out who we are. Maybe some of these ideas are right. Maybe religion's right. Maybe Darwin was right. Maybe a lot of these different things. I mean, I don't believe that. Honestly, I don't believe that anybody that told us anything pretty much is right. I think true reality is probably much different than, what we were told. Because there has been so much lies and deception. It seems like anything that goes to, teaching children or to giving people knowledge has been a deception, because why would the people that are in control want people to really truly know who they are and what they are? Because they might have some more power if they did. So those controllers are the ones that have to be locked up, exterminated. I don't care what happens to them, but they need to go bye-bye. Because they are the true problem in society. I've met so many great people along the way. And I think people, by nature, are fairly good people. I think it's society coming from the top levels that are finding ways to throw us all awry. And that's not right. So we can do better things. Because some of the deception is just getting ridiculous. I've noticed other people, a long time ago, Kalamazoo had this fake bicycle accident. I recognized it. As a matter of fact, I got the article like 20 minutes before the fucking thing happened. Right? And it had these bicycles. And I've been around auto body shops all my life and everything else. I understand how accidents happen. And I've seen them. And they have these bicycles that are so just twisted in circles and stuff from just a car hitting it and And some other people have recognized it too. And what's the purpose of it? They do things so freaking weird. Is it intentional for them to be waking us up? And if so, they must understand that if they're doing that, people are going to desire some justice for what those people have done. So why? Why are they setting themselves up? Or is it a show to show how much power that they have over society? And if that is the case, maybe 2018 shouldn't be a positive year, and it should be a revolutionary year. It's things we need to take in consideration for making this place a better place. We need to know who we are. And if it takes some kind of massive overthrow of the government, if it takes people out in the streets with pitchforks and torches, maybe that's what it takes. Can they punish us by turning out the power? Can they punish us by doing many things? Yes, they can. But I want many people to ask yourselves, what and how much are you willing to sacrifice a little bit so that we can find a way to better ourselves in our society? Would you go with living on slim pickings in a couple of weeks without, the luxuries of life to maybe change the world to make it a better place? Would you go a month? Would you go a couple months? Would you go a year? 2 years? More? How much are you willing to sacrifice to make sure that this place is a better place for our children, all the children? I know I'd be willing to sacrifice the luxuries of life for the rest of my life. I don't have kids, but I see kids walking down the street every day. When I wonder myself, what are they going to have when they grow up? Is it already going to be all pre-programmed for them? Or are they going to have choices? Are they going to have freedom? Are they going to be so controlled they won't even know that people at one time had choices and freedom? It's a confusing world we live in these days, but we need to figure it out. And we can do that together. And it might take some sacrifices. But what I am seeing is we spend a lot of time focusing on the show and not the producers of the show. We have to figure out ways to take out the producers. The producers need to go. So whether they're Masons, Jesuits, Jews, whoever, probably all of them, we need to figure out ways to stop them. We need to figure out ways to strong arm them. And that's going to be my focus for 2018. Is, even though I'm going to tell them ahead of time, hey, they tell you what's going on ahead of time, that's part of their thing, so I'm going to tell them what's going on. I'm going to find ways to strong arm these people, to fool them, to mislead them, to back them in a corner where they're going to have no choice but to tell the truth. So, follow me along. Come along. You don't even have to follow me. You can lead. I'll follow you. If you got the determination to do something, let's do it. I'm behind you. You're behind me. Whatever way it works. I don't care. Let's get some shit done.